Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about Neptune traveling through your 10th house. Neptune is a very slow-moving planet, and so it would transit your 10th house only once in your lifetime, and there are going to be some people out there who never get Neptune in their 10th house. Now, when Neptune enters your 10th house, it could take 14 years to go through that house, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on your chart. It can feel really confusing and disorienting at first when Neptune enters your 10th house, but over the course of the 14-year transit, Neptune brings you a lot of gifts. So the 10th house, and specifically the midheaven, which is the 10th house cusp or the beginning of the 10th house, represents your career and how you are seen by the world. This is your reputation. And so this is how you make your mark in the world, in what you do. So one of the positive things that Neptune does as it transits your 10th house is that Neptune itself dissolves boundaries. And so that means that limitations and blocks and hesitations just melt away. And you start to think in terms of doing something bigger and bolder. Things that seemed closed off to you before, options that weren't available, now are far more open. Now, sometimes there's an issue that when you have unlimited choices, it's hard to narrow things down. If there are no boundaries and limitations to what you can do, where do you begin? What do you start with? But Neptune is also the planet that helps us connect to the greater universe. And so that means that you're more in touch with your life path and your life purpose while Neptune is making this transit. And so that helps you figure out what it is that you want to do with your life, and also helps you co-create with the universe to make a bigger impact. During this transit, you may have a desire to change careers and ultimately change careers over the process of learning something new and making new contacts. The interesting thing is that Neptune shifts your attitude about how you see yourself in the world and how the world sees you. And so this can put you on a path that is far more fulfilling for you. So one of the things that Neptune going through the 10th house causes you to think about is doing versus being. And Neptune is trying to get you to be yourself versus just going out and doing something. So this means that people around you will start to identify you or define you not by your job or profession, but by getting to really know you. This is also a time where you may really delve into spiritual topics or a profession that involves spirituality, art, music, design, or humanitarian endeavors. Because this is a long transit, you may start out as the student and end up the teacher. You might start out the novice and end up the expert. Now, this is a highly intuitive planet, and so as it travels through your 10th house, your intuition is very, very strong around supervisors, co-workers, the work situation in general. And so if you find that the company you work for is out of alignment with integrity or your spiritual values, you may have to move on. Now, it's also quite possible that with Neptune's influence, you garner some fame during this transit. That means that you could meet more friends, make more connections, have social media numbers rise, or gain fame doing some sort of art, spiritual business, or music. So during this transit, you could gain a leadership role or become a spokesperson for what it is that you work on. And it's quite important that you recognize that you have to be true to yourself in this process. If you're just doing things to please others, then you may find that that backfires. And that can be that you end up in a situation that's not making you happy, or that you feel like an imposter, or that even when you are following the rules of others, that you are not being true to yourself. So the bottom line about this transit is that Neptune starts by making things fuzzy, kind of like walking through a fog, and then as the fog clears, you get incredible clarity. And where the focus is going to be is on your career and reputation and what you're doing out in the world. So at first, it can cause you to feel like you're in the wrong job or the wrong vocation, or that people are not seeing you clearly, but it has the ability to open your heart and help you find your true path and find what you are meant to do. And that's it. By the way, I have a video course called Finding the Hidden Money in Your Chart. This is a Western astrology course to help you learn about your money houses in your chart. There's a link in the description, and I will see you in the next video.